Greetings, blessings, the love of the resurrected Christ. The fifth Sunday of Pascha is commemoration of the woman of Samaria. The story is to be found in the fourth chapter of the Gospel of John. And I believe that the Gospels are written in a very straightforward manner, but sometimes we can, if we know the culture and the time, the history, we can perhaps read certain embellishments between the line to bring these stories to a little bit more life and understanding. The story is that the Lord and the disciples are traveling into Samaria, and they come near to the city of Sychar, and there they encounter Jacob's well. The Lord decided to sit and rest at the well while sending the disciples into town to go and buy some food for them. And as he's sitting there, resting, a Samaritan woman brings her water pot and goes to the well to draw water. And she sees this intriguing stranger at the well. I believe maybe she was being a little bit coquette. The Lord said to her, "Give me a drink." And she, being perhaps flirtatious and also wanting to give him a little bit of a hard time, she says, "Why? I am a Samaritan, you're a Jew." Samaritans and Jews have nothing to do with each other. The Lord answered her, and he said, "Well, if you knew who it was that you were speaking to, and you had asked me, I would have given you living water." And she continues to give him a hard time. She said, "Well, how? You have nothing to draw water with. And are you greater than our father Jacob, who gave us this water, this well? What is this water?" The Lord continued, "Those that drink of this well shall thirst again, but those that drink of the living water that I shall give shall never thirst." He said, "Give me this water." And I believe this is where the story perhaps changes. Because now the Lord answered her and said, "Go and bring your husband." She said, "I have no husband." He continued, he said, "Yes, that's right. You've had 5 of them, and the one that you have right now is not your husband." Now she's really amazed, and the story of flirtation perhaps changes and gets serious. She said, "Sir, I perceive that you are a prophet, and we worship here, but the Jews say that Jerusalem is the place where people ought to go to worship." The Lord tells her that the time will come that it will not be in Samaria or in Jerusalem, but men will come to worship God in spirit and in truth. She answered and she said, "I believe that the Messiah will come, and when he does, he will tell us all." Maybe a little smug? He answered, "I am he." With that, the disciples returned. They asked no questions. Why was he talking to this Samaritan woman? And she went off into the city to go and get them in. The disciples said, "Master, eat." And the Lord continued, "I have meat." They wondered, did someone give him something to eat while we were gone? He said, "It is the will of the Father that I am doing, and I am here to finish the work. And I sent you to reap what you did not sow. This is the meat of my Father. The woman returned with the crowd that she encountered in the city, saying to them, "He told me everything that I ever did." I wonder about that. It wasn't just about her 5 husbands and the man that she had that is not her husband. He told everything that I ever did. Well, of course, now they all came back with her to the well to meet this prophet and to meet this man. And the people of Samaria asked him to stay with them for 2 days to teach them and to spend this time with them, to bless them. And they said that they believed now because they had heard, not because of what she had to say, which intrigued them all to get them there to come to the well, but they believed because they heard what he had to say. Now in these days, as we experience COVID-19, there are elements of this story that I believe are pertinent. And the first might be, if we ask, he would give us this drink of living water and this sustenance, which is wisdom and knowledge, not only the physical food and drink, which of course the Lord does provide. And if we ask, he would stay with us and teach and comfort us as he did to the people of Sychar. And if we ask, he will show us that he is the Messiah. He comes to all, no matter who they are or what they are. That is the story. He came to all. And if we ask because we believe, and if you do, you will be filled. Your needs will be met. The Lord certainly knows far better what our needs are, far better than even we know ourselves. Contemplate these things. With blessings, the living water be with you all.